was raining, and I hit something. I got out of the car and I looked around. I checked, I didn't see anything, and I figured it was a deer that ran off.
Okay, what's the problem?
I got called for jury duty. The Kendall Carter case?
1 year ago, on October 25th, the defendant, James Scythe, and his then girlfriend, Kendall Carter, they had a fight. And he's gonna pay for what he did.
What are you telling me?
Maybe I didn't hit a deer.
Let me just ask you one thing. Did you guys ever look at any other suspect? You know what to do.
Number 2 is drawing comparisons to the classic courtroom drama 12 Angry Men, but with a modern twist that complicates its narrative. The film invites audiences to question the reliability of information and the motives behind it, positioning viewers as jurors in their own right. While it has garnered praise for its storytelling, it also faces challenges due to its limited release, which has hindered its visibility and box office performance. Nicholas Holt's Justin Kemp is seemingly a good guy. He's there for his wife, Allison, played by 𝐓𝐈𝐓𝐋𝐄, who's in the last trimester of a high-risk pregnancy, and he's been sober for several years. When he gets called to jury duty, Justin quickly realizes, following prosecutor Faith Killebrews, played by Toni Collette, opening statements that he was at the same bar the night James Scythe, played by Gabriel Bassel, allegedly killed his girlfriend Kendall, played by Clint Eastwood. Justin thought he'd hit a deer that night, but he starts to question it. Justin has to decide, does he protect himself or clear a potentially innocent man's name? Plot. The film centers around a juror in a homicide trial who discovers he may have more insight into the case than he initially believed. This revelation adds layers to the story, pushing viewers to engage critically with the unfolding drama. Themes. It explores themes of justice and perception, encapsulated in its tagline, "Justice is blind guilt sees everything." Eastwood's film is good at messing with our minds. Jonathan Abrams' script made sure to leave gaps in the events of the night Kendall died. There are enough of them to cast reasonable doubt about exactly who killed her. The moral arguments are less about her death and the moments leading up to it and more about what Justin, knowing what he knows about that night, will do about it. How it plays his character with enough nuance that I was never fully on his side, though it's understandable where he's coming from. Justin struggles with what to do, but as the case gets more complex and involved, his initial attempts to help James begin to fall by the wayside. Holt plays with that nuance incredibly well, making Justin a bit hard to read, but also just as unlikable as he is likable. That's difficult to pull off, but he does so with ease. Juror No. 2 puts our minds to work, and I found myself torn on the case and unable to make a firm decision just as often as some jury members. The film is never dull, and the script manages to swerve in different directions as soon as things start to become too obvious. In summary, Juror No. 2 stands as a thought-provoking film that challenges audiences while also reflecting on the complexities of truth and justice. Its reception indicates that while it may not be widely seen, it holds significant artistic merit worthy of discussion and appreciation. Final thoughts. The morally ambiguous story makes us think about what's going on. Nicholas Hoult puts in a nuanced performance. The story is simple but layered. Eastwood's potentially last movie is essentially a moral and ethical dilemma as it considers what it means to be a good man who does the right thing, the small actions that lead to bigger consequences, bias, and guilt. The film is also a light criticism of the flawed legal system. At various points in the film, characters discuss confirmation bias, the police's hatred of paperwork, and the refusal to look into other suspects for the case. as well as the jury's unwillingness, at least at first, to think about the arguments they heard throughout the case before making their decision. Thanks for watching our review of Juror number 2. If you enjoyed the insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more film analysis and updates.